Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to our live stream. Today's program is presented by ESA Sports, a program of Boys and Girls Clubs of the Gulf Coast.
ESA Sports is targeted at creating scholar athletes that are well-rounded young people that understand dedication, character, and academic commitment. It takes to be successful as both an athlete and an adult. Scholar athletes are not just students who play sports.
Hi, everyone. My name is Erin. I am 14 years old and in ninth grade. I play basketball, volleyball, and throw field and throw disc and shot for track and field at D'Iberville High School. I'm also proud to serve as the 2021 Youth of the Year, representing the IP Center at North Bay in D'Iberville.
And my name is Chanel Warren, and I am 16 years old, and I'm in the 11th grade. I'm on the cheerleading team, the track team, and I also play volleyball at Pass Christian High School. I'm also proud to serve as a 2021 Youth of the Year representative for the Boys and Girls Clubs of the Gulf Coast. We are joined virtually by club members from our 6 locations of Boys and Girls Clubs of the Gulf Coast. Hi, fellow club members.
Today, Chanel and I are here with a special guest panel to celebrate National Girls and Women in Sports Day. This is an annual day of observance held during the first week of February to acknowledge the accomplishments of female athletes, recognize the influence of sports participation for women and girls, and honor the progress and continuing struggle for equality for women in sports.
At this time, we would like to introduce to you 5 strong and powerful women who were helping to pave the way for young girls like myself in the sports arena. Kate Smith is a Gulfport High soccer player who recently committed to the University of Mississippi on a women's soccer scholarship. She was voted team MVP of the 6A state champs. She was named Mississippi Player of the Year, All-American by the United Soccer Coaches Association, and the Sun Herald Coast Player of the Year. She has scored over 87 career goals. Hi, Kate. Joining us.
Our next panelist plays free safety for Gulf Coast Monarchy Women's Tackle Football Team as part of the Women's Football Association, WFA. She played rugby at USM in 2006 before graduating in 2007 with a bachelor's in Spanish and child psychology. She is currently a special education teacher at the Back Bay Elementary and the mother of 3 athletic boys. Please help me welcome Ms. Rochelle Ramsey.
Next, we are joined by Mrs. Deanna Campfield. Deanna lettered 4 years at Mosley High School in Lynn Haven, Florida, holds multiple school records for kills, assists, digs, and service aces, earned first team All-Bay County, and was named Bay County Player of the Year. Deanna also played basketball and was selected as Bay County Player of the Year during her senior season. She holds the career records for rebounds at Mosley High and competed in the Junior Olympic National Championships during the summer of 2011. She earned a volleyball scholarship from the University of Southern Alabama and is currently coaching volleyball at Grace Christian Academy in Georgia. Thank you so much for joining us, Ms. Deanna.
Hey, hey everyone. Nice to be here.
Next up, we have Miss Tiffany Travis. She attended Harrison Central and was a former Mississippi Gatorade Basketball Player of the Year in 1996. She is the state's second all-time leading scorer with 3,106 points and was selected All-State for 3 straight seasons. Miss Tiffany also ran track and played softball. She earned a scholarship from the University of Florida for basketball and was selected on the all-freshman team in 1996 through 97. She is ranked 7th all-time on the scoring list with 1,488 points. She also has a free throw percentage of 85.2. Tiffany was also named SEC Academic Honor Roll and graduated from the University of Florida in 2000. Ms. Tiffany was selected 27th overall by the Charlotte Sting in the WNBA. As a rookie, she led the team with 3-pointers. She currently practices law in Birmingham, Alabama. Please welcome Ms. Tiffany.
Hey, everyone.
Hi. Last but certainly not least, we are joined by 2012 Olympic gold medalist Brittany Reese. She is the 4-time outdoor gold gold medalist, and a 3-time indoor champion. She was a 2-time NCAA long jump champion at Ole Miss and former Gatorade Mississippi Girls Track Player of the Year at Gulfport High School, as well as a former All-American at Ole Miss. She's won over 20 medals during her illustrious performance career. Thank you so much for being here with us today, Brittany.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Brittany, the 2016 Olympics had 292 women competing for the United States, which is the largest amount in Olympic history for the USA. How did it feel to be one of those 292, not only representing the USA, but also to represent strong and athletic girls around the world?
You know, making in our sport, making the Olympics is the highest achievement. So just to be honored, I was honored to be on that stage and be able to come out with a medal. It's always a great opportunity when you represent your country, represent your city, and represent your state. So I was blessed and honored to be out there and be able to support and be able to be on a team with a strong support system with a lot of women that were on that team. So I think that year a lot of women actually won more gold than the men. So it was pretty good.
It's awesome. Thank you.
Okay, our next question is for Ms. Ramsey. There's often a stigma attached to the girls who are athletic or play sports. They may be called manly or boyish simply because they're athletic and they don't fit in the gender stereotype. As a female football player, why do you think this is, and what would you say to young girls that may be bullied for their love of sports?
I think society pretty much expects males and females to adopt or believe in this whole gender specific role or stereotypes. You know, from birth, we're kind of given the girl hair bows pink and then the boy bow ties and baseball caps. So, you know, males are expected to be the masculine, strong, athletic protectors, you know, where women are seen as the more nurturers, you know, delicate feminine types. But, you know, when we break these so-called gender norms, we kind of violate these type of, you know, we kind of violate it. And so we're given those labels and those stereotypes. You know, I believe that society has been trained to think of sports in terms of gender readiness, whereas men are more into the strenuous, aggressive type competitive sports, and women are steered more towards the aesthetic activities like swimming and, you know, ice skating and so forth. So I think, you know, our society and the traditional values has kind of placed us in that role of to where we're supposed to be seen as more feminine, and we get that label. What would I tell young ladies? First and foremost, don't be afraid to speak, you know, to your parents, teachers, or counselors about what you're experiencing as far as bullying and just on how you're feeling. The next, I would challenge those, you know, kind of like those notions and those barriers, you know, by advocating and standing up for yourself and just becoming a leader of empowerment and speaking to girls and trying to get more girls into sports. And just finally, let your athleticism speak for itself, you know, on and off the field or off the court. And so forth. So.
Thank you. As a athlete myself, I very much understand where you're coming from, and I think that we should talk about it more. Next, we have Ms. Travis. Data shows that only 3.2% of all sport media coverage is devoted to women, even though women count for 40% of all sports participants in the US. As a former member of the WNBA, why do you think this is?
I think it's because of the market that we're in. Like Ramsey was saying, it's more catered to male athletes, but now we have a surge in the female arena as far as sports, expanding now with marketing and the revenue that we generate. I think as time goes by, I think the viewers and everything will pick up. Like you just pointed out, you know, it's a stereotype of women in sports being manly, but I think once the viewers realize that we're, you know, athletes just like the men, and we're just as talented, I think that will all evolve in time with more viewers and people will respect us. I think it's getting there, But I think we still have a little ways to go, but we're in the right direction as far as our viewers being up and our ratings going through the roof. So I think we just keep having to press the mark and keep training and honing on our skills to get better. And in due time, all that will come.
Thank you so much. I totally agree. Our next question is from Ms. Canfield. Ms. Canfield, across the United States, girls receive 1.13 million fewer high school sports opportunities than boys. As a girls' high school volleyball coach, you are hoping to provide more opportunities for young female athletes like myself. What do you think the reason is for girls' sports being offered less or not at all? Ms. Canfield, we can't hear you.
There you go. We can hear you now.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry about that. Sort of coming back to what the other ladies were talking about with the stereotype of male athletes in regards to female athletes, especially where I coach a small school. So a lot of the girls actually have to play every single sport that the school offers. They don't really have a choice, so there wouldn't be any athletics. Now we're still dealing with things such as like Title IX. That has always been an issue in women and men's sports, the equality for women's athletes. And you could probably go back to different things around different universities and so forth and see some of these bits of Title IX. And it's still been an issue, but I can definitely tell that we've been working on it. And in regards to scholarships being given or that kind of thing, I encourage all of the girls to go out of their comfort zone and play different sports, and try to be the best at all those different sports, just so it gives them a more of an opportunity to get seen and to play travel volleyball or whatever it may be, travel basketball, travel sports, get them out there, get their names out there, and get the exposure for colleges.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, 90% of colleges do not offer athletic opportunity to female athletes proportional to their enrollment. You recently received a scholarship to Ole Miss to play women's soccer. Were you aware that girl athletic scholarships were less common? And how have you prepared yourself over your high school soccer career to compete for a scholarship like the one you received?
I was not aware of that, but I joined a team in Birmingham that some of my friends were on, and they got a lot of opportunity from that. So my dad was like, just go join. So I did. And we had to drive to Birmingham twice a week to practice, which is 4.5 hours away from me. So I was missing a lot of school and in the car a lot, but it was completely worth it because once I started playing with them, my soccer level went like through the roof, and I became a better player and person overall. So I think that's one of the ways that I push to get the scholarship.
Yeah, congratulations. That's awesome.
Thank you all for your responses to these questions that some may feel are tough to ask. We would like to take a moment to ask the entire panel to weigh in on a few questions. First, what would you all say to a girl that is hungry and eager to compete athletically, but is lacking self-confidence?
I would tell those young ladies, to have self-belief. Self-belief in itself is that you can do anything, you can achieve anything, perform well in any situation, anywhere, and just also to play for yourself, not others. Advocate, watch more women's in sports, and take the fear out of failure.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. And also not being afraid to be out of your comfort zone. And a lot of young girls have that fire that, they want to play sports, they want to be the best, but they're, afraid of what other people will think or that kind of thing. So just encouraging them that if they have that passion to go and chase those dreams and play whatever they can play or whatever they're passionate about, for sure.
I agree with the two ladies as well. I think having confidence and get out your comfort zone, hone into something that may make you a little uncomfortable, but as you progress and get better at it, then you build your confidence that you can achieve anything. Like to say, self-confidence is the most important thing, and just have self-talk, affirmation that you could achieve anything that you set your mind to.
Yeah, going along with all the other women with the self-confidence, know that you're going out there for yourself and not for others. You're going out there to compete just for you, for something that you love to do and something that you want to be great at. You can't focus on the competition. You can't focus on what other people say. You have to focus on yourself and making sure that you're doing what you're supposed to do in order to get better.
I agree with everyone. I think that at the end of the day, you're the one that's out there playing. So if it's out of your comfort level, like that's when you can find to push yourself, because it's you that's on the field and no one else.
Yeah, I totally agree. This year I started playing volleyball as a junior, so it's kind of, yeah. And I felt really behind, and I wasn't like confident in my ability, and I was kind of scared to be out there at first. But I think like with all y'all are saying, that self-confidence really does like help you become a better athlete, and it's something that like women athletes definitely should have all the time. So thank y'all for that. And I also have another question. So why is it so beneficial for young girls like us to have like strong women athletes to look up to? And who are some of those athletes for y'all growing up?
For me, I was playing basketball and running track. I was watching Jackie Joyner-Kersee growing up. I watched the USA women's basketball team growing up. So those are, I think, just seeing those women out there dominating. Honestly, the women were better than the men, and to this day they still are. So just being able to see them compete at a high level, and the energy that they brought, and just seeing how much they love what they're doing, motivated me to be where I am today. And I think reputation, it kind of matters in this sport.
Jackie Joyner-Kersee was a club kid.
She definitely was.
Yeah. For me, like to this day, I do some classes with Marion Jones. So I think that, she was one of those also. But I think for me, it's just a form of empowerment, just seeing women progress and grow in whatever, whether it be politics, sports, just seeing women, come up and have some type of leadership and voice, over the males. It's good. It's satisfying. My first time on the field, I didn't know what I was doing. Still don't a little bit, but but it's just very empowering to know that, there's women out there that have been in the same shoes as us and are still working to get where they want. And it's just empowering.
For me, it was, I think, by going to Harrison Central, hearing about Eugenia Connor, and her legacy at Harrison Central, I was driven by just her overall character and how she worked and was disciplined in her craft and honing in on her skills. I think it's a vital for the young generation to have someone to look up to, because they could look at, if they achieved it, they can too. With any adversity they may be going through, they could pick a strong female athlete to model their game after, and just see what they did as far as training and a discipline to get where they are at.
For me, so when I grew up in Panama City, and so my family and my parents would always take me to watch Florida State play, and the Florida Gators. So we would travel. They would take me to all these games, and I would always watch these girls just be like so hype about the game, like so fired up. They'd come down after a kill, and just, it comes with any sport, and just watching those college athletes as a young girl kind of gave me that motivation that I wanted to be where they were. I would do anything to be where those girls were, to put that college jersey on, and to have that. I also grew up watching Kerry Walsh. She's one of my favorite Olympic players. She's amazing. She's, got a full family, and she still does both. And she's an amazing person, like kind of look up to, especially when I was young too, as well. But it's just that fire and that motivation that they have. And that really got me going when I was a kid and made me want to be where they were. So it's actually quite empowering when you're a young girl to be able to watch, all these athletes, all these college and Olympic athletes, doing what they love, but also just being successful.
Mine was actually Brittany. I remember whenever I was in elementary school and she would come and talk, and I would be like, oh, I want to be like that, because I was the biggest Ole Miss fan. I mean, I still am, but like, I was like, she went to Gulfport, she's going to Ole Miss. Like, I want to do that too. And in elementary school, it's always like all the girls are wearing bows and like not doing what I wanted to do. Like, I would want to go and play soccer or football with the boys, and just having her like show me that it is possible helped me so much when I was little, just to show that like I can do it. So thank you.
I actually have a question. Playing three sports, how do you manage your time between practicing for all three, trying to get better and be the best in the sports you can be?
I think I did cross country, track, and basketball, and they kind of all came within. They had their own different like little seasons, so it really wasn't too bad for me. But I will say time management is real important, and it'll be time management when you get to school in college, because you have practice, you have weights, you have all these different sessions that you have to go to. So for me, I think I kind of learned time management in high school that prepared me for college. So the main, like I said, just the main thing for me probably would be just managing your time to where you're getting your schooling in, and you're being able to practice at a high level in order to be at those games or competitions at a high level.
I think for me, Tiffany, I think for me, kind of what Brittany was saying, I did travel volleyball, travel basketball, and then both school sports, and then track and field as well. I think it's more about the time management also, but knowing that you're a student athlete first. So taking care of your studies, whatever that may be, maybe that might be sacrificing, going to a dance or going to, an event or something like that, putting your school first, and then being an athlete after that, and learning those kinds of things through high school first, so that when you do get to college, your priorities are straight. You're being a student athlete, you're taking care of business on the court, and then also being able to have, go out to dinner with friends or whatever it may be. But kind of knowing what's important from starting in high school, being able to kind of set those things apart, and just also trying to have the best support system that you can have. But yeah, that's it for me.
I agree with Brittany and Deanna, especially like time management, prioritizing, basically have a schedule and a structure of your daily tasks. If you are disciplined with your day-to-day activities, you can kind of like check off the list of things that you need to get done. And you look back on it and you're like, okay, this is what I accomplished. I think it's just steps towards accomplishing your goal. And like they said, time management, prioritizing what's important in your life.
I agree with everyone about time management and prioritizing, because especially with school, like I would have to do my schoolwork to Birmingham and then study on the way back after practice. So just learning to do that already is probably going to really help me whenever I get to Ole Miss.
Pretty much the same. I'm OCD, so I have to write every single thing down, check it off, block it off. And then with me, I didn't play a lot of sports during college, so I'm a mom. So I'm a mom trying to tackle their football sports along with my sport. And it's just time management, prioritizing, and lots and lots of power drinks.
We can't hear you, Aaron.
Oh, my bad. Thank all of y'all for your responses to these questions that some may feel are tough to ask. Wrong part. Thank you all for your participation today. The wealth of information and experience that was provided in this panel today is unmatched, and we know that so many young female scholar athletes are impacted. We would like to close out the game with a quick rapid fire. We will ask a question or give a this or that option, and you say the first thing that comes to your head. We will ask Miss Brittany, then Miss Tiffany, then Miss Rochelle, then Miss Dina, then Miss Kate. Are y'all ready?
Yes.
All right, first question. If you had one superpower, what would it be?
To be able to transport.
I'll fly.
Read people's minds.
Probably be the Flash to be able to run super fast.
Mine would be to read minds too.
Yeah.
Say one word in Spanish, and it can't be a word that was said before yours. Go.
Hola.
Oh no.
Humilde pero hambriento means humble yet hungry.
Pura vida.
Dose.
All right. What was the last Halloween costume you remember wearing?
Ike Turner.
Wonder Woman.
I was Superwoman.
Oh, God.
Did you say Ike Turner?
Yes, I was
Oh my God.
Oh shoot. Gosh, I think I was a cat, maybe.
I was Superwoman too.
Basic.
What is the weirdest thing that you have ever eaten?
Oh my gosh. Don't judge me, but I had a horse before.
Wow.
It was not in America. It was
I would say alligator.
I don't know. I think probably rabbit.
I ate a paintball one time. Are we talking about food here? Or are we talking about just something weird that I ate?
Please don't say Tide Pods.
It was when I was a kid, I ate a paintball one time. That was like the weirdest thing that I ever ate. I don't know.
I'd probably be quail.
All right. Make the sound of your favorite animal.
fish. I'd say roof.
Thank you.
Cow. Moo.
Roof, roof. I'm a dog lover over here.
Ruff.
Thank you all again for joining us today and being good sports in our rapid fire round. We had so much fun with you all and hope we'll be able to partner again soon. Bye.
Thank you all.
Bye, y'all. Nice meeting you guys.
You